This is a Tokyo Bar 23 sneaker channel, and if you're checking out my content, that means that you love sneakers and you like it when you get fast reviews of upcoming sneaker releases. The two things that you get at Tokyo Bar 23 every single day. I drop content every single day about upcoming sneaker releases, Nike, Adidas, as many brands as possible. And today we're going to be looking at the Nike Jordan 5 Laney Varsity Royal. As I said in the introduction, I drop content every single day, and if you don't want to miss out on those daily reviews and that daily content, like for example, tomorrow I'll be dropping some content about every colorway that's coming from Nike for the Nike Epic React Flyknit 2 release, and it's a large connection. Then if you don't want to miss out on those kind of things, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell, and you'll be able to stay in touch with my daily content, upcoming sneaker reviews, and the latest news from the sneaker world. So today is the Nike Jordan 5 Laney Varsity Royal, and this sneaker has a whole lot of meaning for my own personal sneaker community. For example, I'm fairly sure that my man out there in New York, the son of some man, a brilliant sneakerhead, a great YouTuber, make sure you check out his channel. I'm fairly sure that his favorite sneaker in his collection is a Jordan 5. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. I wish I could, but I'm pretty sure that his favorite sneaker is a Jordan 5. Another sneakerhead I love to follow, and somebody I have a total amount of respect for, his one-legged lister. He too loves himself a Jordan 5, and another guy who likes a Jordan 5 is me. Not the whole Jordan 5 line. I'm not the massive fan of it. My favorite shoes are the 4s and the 12s, but the one Jordan 5 that I absolutely do love is the Dornbecker Jordan 5. I've talked about it before in videos, and I've told you why I love that sneaker and what I love about it, and it definitely is a grail of mine if I could get my hands on the Jordan 5 Dornbecker. So continuing on with this Jordan 5 Laney, the reason it's called Laney is because Michael Jordan went to Laney High School, and there's an important story from his time there where he was cut as a 5'11" sophomore and didn't make it into the basketball team, which inspired him to push on and become the great athlete that he did become. And it's the Laney colorway that we're looking at today because these are the Laney High School colors, so they reflect Jordan's time at his high school and the growth that he had there as a basketball player. Now these Laney colorways have come around before. They've actually come around twice in the Jordan 5, but they've also come around once in the Jordan 1, which is a very sort of stark Laney colorway, and you can see the yellow and the blue popping in those Jordan 1s. The Laney colorway also dropped in the Jordan 8 silhouette, and that was a very big departure from that yellow and blue of the Laney standard colors. And the two Jordan 5s that already dropped in the Laney colorway were actually more based in white. You had a 2000 version which was very white with some accents in the colors of the Laney High School, and then you also had a 2013 version, and there really wasn't much difference, if any, between the two. However, the 2019 version bears more of a resemblance to the Jordan 1 Laney with its yellow and blue colorway than to the previous two Jordan 5 colorways in the Laney line. Looking at the upper, you can see that it's mainly blue throughout, and it's made of nubuck, which is a very soft and supple material and excellent for making sneakers out of. That mainly blue upper is offset by a lot of accents and little colors throughout the sneaker, no more so than in the tongue, where if you have a good close look at it, you can see it's actually silver. And one of the more extravagant sort of popping elements of this sneaker is the Jumpman logo on the tongue, which is very furry. They call it the furry Jumpman. Now, it's not just there for fun, and it's not just somebody's idea of a good looking Jumpman. It does have purpose, and the purpose becomes evident when you look at the top line of the sneaker and the sock liner, and also on the heel a little bit, where you see the materials reflect the Letterman jackets that you sometimes see for varsity sports players at high schools in America. Now, as a European, this is something that's a little strange to me. The Letterman jacket sort of history and culture is not something that's been transferred into Europe, so I'm not really familiar with it, but I have seen movies, and I do know that it means something to have a Letterman jacket. And that tongue, that sock liner, and that heel all use materials which are supposed to reflect and echo the Letterman jacket sort of style. And I myself am wearing the closest thing that I have to a Letterman jacket, a Letterman hoodie. I don't know if you'd call it that, but this is where I got my master's degree from when I traveled from Japan, where I am now, and studied in the States in Arizona at Northern Arizona University. So props to anyone from Northern Arizona out there who's checking in. As we move down the sneaker to the midsole, you can see those shark's teeth, which are always there on 5s. Sometimes they match the upper and match the outsole and the midsole, and they're not so evident. But in the case of these yellow shark's teeth, they pop right off, especially since the rest of the midsole is a speckled grey. It's almost concrete, but it doesn't say that in the research that I've done, but it is a speckled grey midsole with those yellow shark teeth really popping off. And then getting to the lowest part of the sneaker and the final part of my review today, we get to the outsole, which is basically a yellow and translucent outsole, and that translucent part looks through to a blue Jumpman. So you've got the blue and the yellow colorway reflected in that outsole, as well as throughout the rest of this sneaker. Altogether, it balances really well. You know, if you've watched my content, that I like balance in my sneakers, and I think the balance in these colors throughout the sneaker, the accents and the little highlights throughout really play off each other very, very well. And I say that this sneaker is an absolute banger. Thanks for checking in today and watching my review of the Jordan 5 Laney Varsity Royal. It's a cracking sneaker. I really appreciate you sticking around to watch my content. As I said, I give you daily content and daily reviews. Make sure you check in tomorrow for that epic React Flyknit 2 review, where I'm going to review the drop of all of the upcoming sneaker releases for the epic React Flyknit 2, which is coming out at the end of January and the start of February. I think there were 8 or 9 sneakers that I said I would look at. Each of the colorways is very, very different, but the standard sneaker itself is a slight, but only slight update on the epic React Flyknit 1s from last year. But make sure you check in tomorrow to see those little differences and to see what's coming for 2019 for that sneaker. For now, this has been a quick, fast review. I hope it comes in there around about, let's say, 6 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to get that mark or not. Be interesting to see. I hope you enjoy my content, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you for checking in today, guys. I really appreciate your being here and viewing my content. Over here, we have the channel subscribe button. Channel登録ぜひお願いします. Over here, we have the video I recommend you watch next. こちらはおすすめです. And up here, we have a link to the channel introduction video. こちらはチャンネルのプロフィールのvideoです. Check them out. Clicking on them really helps the channel.